What do you think of when you hear psychosis, the word psychosis?
That's a good question.
What's the first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word psychosis?
Psychosis.
Probably psychology class.
That's gonna remind me of Freud, actually. I think probably sounds like a overly technical term.
What's the first thing that would come to your mind when I say psychosis?
I'm not exactly sure what that word means.
Maybe delusional?
What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the words psychosis?
I'm not even sure. Issues with the brain, I guess. Issues with the mind.
Psychosis is a serious and treatable medical condition affecting the brain. It affects people's contact with reality.
Through their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. People experiencing psychosis may have hallucinations and delusions.
Paranoia, disorganized thoughts, and/or disorganized speech. A person experiencing
Psychosis may not realize these thoughts or beliefs are not true because to them they seem very real.
In my early psychosis, I remember not being able to sleep for 5 days.
I couldn't sleep. I tossed and turned.
I began sleeping more.
I experienced insomnia. Insomnia, like not sleeping 24 or 48 hours prior to the psychosis.
When I was 16, I began experiencing early signs of psychosis and mental illness. I began getting a lot more depressed.
Mood changes. Attention problems, lack of attention.
Scattered thoughts were going on.
Struggling with work or school.
I started drinking lots more with friends and stuff. I started smoking pot. I started cutting myself as a way to just release all this pain inside, pain that I just didn't know how to release.
When I first had my two bouts of psychosis, I didn't know what to look for because I hadn't been educated.
And things just weren't really looking up at all.
There's a lot of warning signs, you know, and believe it or not, you know, my psychosis is like a bad trip on drugs.
When I first had my psychosis, I was looking out the window to see if anybody was following me.
Delusions, voices, paranoia. Is somebody out to get me?
Really creative paranoia.
Thinking I was Superman.
I thought I could read people's minds and they knew what I was thinking, I knew what they were thinking.
Thinking the world revolved around me.
I was, I guess, behaving a little irregularly to the norm.
Thinking TV conversations of people talking and, you know, even newspapers were pertaining to me.
Behaving differently than the reality of the situation.
I was hearing voices.
I'd have lots of hallucinations, like seeing things that weren't really there and hearing things that weren't really there.
These are the kind of things that you get when you're having a psychosis.
It's just hard at the time because you're going through something and you don't know what it is until it's happened to you. You can look back and now I can realize the symptoms.
If I had a friend that was showing symptoms, and I hope everybody would do the same thing, is tell somebody that they care about a lot or they associate with often. You could be saving their life. You could be helping them so they don't go into psychosis.
I'd like my friends to just be there with me to help kind of push me to get help and whatnot, like kind of go to a doctor's appointment with them or go to like see the counselor in the counselor's office with them.
I decided at the time I need to get help.
A lot of help out there.
I talk to people about what's going on.
I went to my family and my case manager for help, and they were the most supportive people in the world for me.
I'm not the only one going through this. Maybe not exactly the same, but similar. And I found out that, yeah, people do have this and it is treatable and you can carry on with a normal life and have friends and family that love you.
It's important for me, as in my recovery, to use a lot of creative outlets like art of various sorts, painting, drawing, music, making music.
I've been playing the piano lots, I play guitar, I compose songs all the time. It's really helped me just to express those feelings.
I love the film industry, and here I am making a film about, psychosis, early psychosis. A recovery takes time.
You have to learn to take it easy.
And exercising, eating well.
I've been recovering the last few years, and it's just, I'm feeling much better today.
I find out that I'm not alone.
It can happen to anyone.
You're not alone.
It's not people's fault when they enter psychosis.
That's why it's really important to know what the early symptoms are so you can get help before you enter into psychosis.
Under my bed, that's how I'd feel. And he lived in my closet in the darkness. Doctors still say I have a sickness, as I felt so alone. I felt lost, needed help no matter what the cost. I needed a laugh, I needed a smile. The sun needed to break through the clouds for a while.